Yeah, you're right, guys and girls. Welcome back. It is it's Friday, Thursday, the 30th of April, 2021. At the time of the video, it is almost actually May soon. Actually, tomorrow, I think, or 2 days. So today, just going to do a quick tutorial. Not tutorial show you guys and girls, but I came onto Unity probably about 3 months going back. Started working with it. Did not know how to sort of upload videos, not videos, but sort of Oat Space worlds in Oat Space. Still trying to work on how to get the video player to work in it, though not in Oat Space because I know that, but sort of how to create a video in like Unity and then put it into it and then put it into my world. But I think because it's actually got scripts on it, it's a bloody nuisance. A lot of stuff actually contains scripts, which is like sort of coding, like CC plus sort of stuff coding. Now, Outspace doesn't allow that to work in their platform. They used to, I think, at the start of Outspace, but people started sort of going into the campfires. They started doing a lot of stuff, trying to take over, trying to squash everybody and all of that. Or just trying sort of different things to try and mess everybody up. Now, I do hope that Microsoft changes their mind on the whole scripting thing, because it would be a lot easier. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a way to control it in the campfire if they started working with a lot of teams and doing a lot of stuff. But I mean, obviously, they don't have a lot of security by the looks of it, watching everyone and stuff. And obviously, they don't fund enough into Outspace by the seams of it. It's a shame because it's a great app. I know Oculus Horizons is supposed to be coming out, but apparently I've just heard a lot of people have deleted their worlds and stuff because they don't like it, or they just don't want to use it and they just want to go back over to Outspace, which is a great platform actually. It's a social app where you can put your VR head goggles on, your Oculus Quest or your Vive or whatever VR headset you can have. The headset which you can connect to the PC, or you can have a headset that doesn't connect to the PC, which is fantastic because you don't need the wires, you don't have all the wires. I've got the Oculus Quest 2. I've got the Oculus Quest 1 as well, but for some reason it's not turning on no more, so I can't check it out. And also, with the downside to Oculus as well, which actually kind of annoys me, is you have to sign up with a Facebook account, which means then Oculus or Facebook can watch everything you do. And in any cases that you end up getting sort of banned or anything, if you get banned off Facebook, it actually affects your Oculus account, which is actually a bit of a bullshit, but it's the way it goes, unfortunately. But I'm always sort of being nice to people, and sometimes you get, like, you go into a world, sometimes you get kicked from a world and they put it down as being a troll or something, even though you've only just entered into the world. Now, so you do get the odd people and stuff. Obviously, people, Microsoft to see that people weren't in that room straight away, all that kind of shit. But anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, so scripting is not allowed in Outspace because people end up doing silly little things, putting silly things in there, or trying to get big massive lightsabers out or some shit like that. But I've been on it now for almost 3 years on Outspace. I've met a lot of great people in there. I came from Big Screen VR and then gone over to Outspace. Fantastic app, by the way. I do recommend it. Outspace is probably one of the best ones out there because you've got a lot of rooms, got people doing nightclubs in there, so you can go into a virtual nightclub, you can talk to people, you can add people as friends in there. you can't really do that much on big screen. There's no like friends list where you can add people on there at the moment. But anyway, I'm cooking at the same time as well. But for scripting, the best way to get rid of scripts in Unity 3D is usually sometimes you get scripting on actual items. So when you bring your assets in, you go to the assets folder, you click on the arrow so you can get all the list down of all your items, and then what you do then is you go down to the item, look in every single folder that item contains. So if you brought in, say, trees, sometimes in the trees section there is a little thing called scripts or little hashtags. Now the hashtags, which are actually scripted, you need to delete all of them due to the fact that I'm using the 2019.4. Fantastic. Only some Unity ones will work in there. They've just brought the new Unity 2020.3. And also they've got the 2019.4, which actually I recommend is the 2019.4 of Unity, and it works like a treat, and you can build stuff in it. And when you build stuff in Outspace and you bring items in, they're usually attached to a lot of stuff in there, so you've got a lot of megabytes building up. Now if you build it all in Unity, it usually counts it as just one file. So you could have, like, you got to build a world under 10 megabytes. If you could build a world under 10 megabytes, fantastic. I usually build worlds around about 24, 25, 26, maybe up to 30 megabytes. Obviously, the Quest 1 users might struggle a little bit, but the Quest 2 usually quite flawless because of the Snapdragon, I think it was at 635 upgrade in there, because they've got an upgraded version of the Snapdragon CPU, which is a mobile chip, and a lot of this technology is pretty good now, sort of getting powerful. But obviously we've got the Oculus Quest 3, I presume, coming out next year. Not guaranteed until we find more information from Facebook, but I do hope Facebook themselves get rid of their sort of Facebook shit, where they're basically, you have to sign in with your Facebook account, which is bullshit, and just have it just as Oculus only, not have your Facebook attached to it. I think this is kind of sort of delving into just watching people on Facebook, to be honest, and on your private data and stuff. It's like, then they say, oh, we don't use your data. I'm sure they do, because there's a lot of shit that's been going on. Like my iPhone, for instance, when I do like searching on Google, next minute it's on my Facebook, so it's a bit dodgy. But anyway, guys and girls, just some little scripting. Always look at the scripts, or your how to find your scripts, which is your hashtags files. If a file's got a hashtag on it, that is actually a script. So you need to delete them as soon as you can, otherwise you won't be able to put those into your world. And then it'll say contains scripts, cannot upload due to scripting. So as soon as you delete all of that in your Outspace, you're fantastic and you're good to go to upload your worlds. Anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode.